Hi, second grade. Okay, we're going to get started with our math. This is 3.3. Okay, gotta get all straight. You guys can see. Okay, there we go. All right, so we have 3.3. This is use place value to add. Okay, and then our target, learning target is use place value to add two numbers today. Okay, so look at the bottom here. It says, how can you use a model to solve? So our addition equation is kind of stacked up. So we have 37 plus 15, and then that's our equals there, and we're going to have our answer there. Okay, so it's saying, how can you model to solve this? So do you remember using our base 10 blocks? These are 10s, and these are 1s. Okay, so I'm just going to remind you. 10s, right? Those are 10s. And these are 1s. Okay, so if I have 37 and 15, let's just draw what 37 is going to look like using base 10 blocks. Okay, so how many of these longs am I going to use to make 37? So I have 30 in my tens place, right? So let's draw 1, 2, 3. It stands for 30, right? 10, 20, 30. And then I have 7 in my ones place. So just circles are fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's my 37. Check, we're good with that. Now my 15, let's add that. I'll put it at the bottom here. So let's do our tens place. How many tens place do we have in 15? Just 1. Then how many ones do we have? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I'm going to look at all of this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's 40. Then I have 1, 2, 3, I know that's 7. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I have 40 and I have 12. Well, I have a 10 over there too. So I'm going to move this 10 to be over here. So I have another 10. So now this is 50. And what do I have left in my ones place? This 2. So 50 and 2 now. Oops, you can't see that. Sorry. I have my 50, and now I have my 2. What's 50 and 2 together? Well, I put my 2 in the ones place, so it would be 52. Okay. Now, this is just a way we can use our base 10 blocks. You could have written this equation side and side, right? But they wrote this one up and down. So this is just one way to solve equations. We're going to practice on that today. So using tens and ones, and then combining them. Okay, let's turn the page. Okay, so this one over here, this is the equation. Well, I'll start with you, the up and down one. This is 46 plus 25. Okay, they wrote it up and down. Okay, let's just see what he says over here. Use place value to break apart the addends, so those are addends, into tens and ones. Add the tens, add the ones. Find the whole sum. All right, so we have 46 and 25. So what's the tens of 46? 40, right? That 4 doesn't stand for 4, it stands for 40. Okay? And then what's that 6 stand for? 6. Okay? 25, what's the tens place? It's 20, right? And then that 5 in the ones place stands for just 5. Okay, now they're going, okay, well, let's add up that 20 and that 40, and that's where they get the 60. And then they say, okay, let's add the 6 and the 5. That's where they get the 11. Okay, so 60 and 11 is 71. Okay, so see over here, this is your tens. That's all your tens. And these are all your ones. Okay, and that's where they get their answer there. Okay, let's just try and do this together. So this is a little bit, different. We're breaking up our tens and our ones. So it says use the place value to break apart the addends. Those are addends when you're adding, right? Then find the sum. Sum is when you find the answer for addition, okay? All right, so 13 plus 82. So first, what's our tens? And then what's our ones? All right, so 13, our tens place is a 1, but does it stand for 1 or 10? It stands for 10. Okay, the 3 in the ones place stands for 3. Okay. All right, 82. The 8 stands for 80. And the 2 stands for 2. Okay. All right, now down here is what both of these numbers together are. So when you add a 10 and 80 together, you get 90. Okay. When you add a 3 and a 2 together, you get 5. So that's a really easy equation to look at. What's 90 and 5 together? Well, that's pretty easy. It's just 95, right? 95. Good. All right, let's look at number 2. It says 51 plus 36. Okay, so the first one is our tens place, and that's our ones place. All right, so what's in our tens place over here? We have 5, 1, 51. So that stands for not 5, but 50. And that 1 stands for 1. Now we have 36. That 3 is in the tens place. Stands for 30. And that 6 is in the ones place. Stands for 6. Okay? All right, now I have my 50 and my 30. When you put those together, you get 80. When you have your 1 and your 6 together, you get 7. Okay, so that is much easier to look at. 80 and add 7 to it. Get 87. See how nice that is? That number 0, I don't know if you're noticing this. Look at that number is 0. What did you put into that 0 when you add the number? That ones place. That ones place. So maybe you noticed that. Okay, let's do number 3 together. Okay. All right, 49 plus 15. Tens and ones. All right, so we have 40. And then we have the ones. 9. 15, we have our tens, which is a 10. And then our ones, which is 5. 40 and 10 together. Put the answer here is 50. 9 and 5 together is 14, so a little bigger now. Okay, now this one is a little different from the first two we did. So we have 50 and 14. Now we can't just put the 4 in the ones place because look at that, there's a 10 there. So think of 50 plus 10, which is 60, right? So 60 is in our tens place. And then we can add that 4, right? Because if we just said it was 54, that's not enough, is it? 50 plus 10 is 60. And 4 more. Okay, all right, let's do number 4. We have 28 plus 64 equals. Okay, tens place, so we have our 20 first. And then we have our ones place, 8. Then we have 64. So we have 60 in our tens place. And then 4 in the ones place. Okay, so look at your 20 and your 60 together. 20 and 60 together is 80. Your 8 and 4 together is 12. And now this one again is 80 plus 12. So it's like 80 and 10. You know it's going to be 90. And then your 0 and your 2 is 2, so 92. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do the next page. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do this last one together, and then I want you to try the rest of them by yourself. All right, so let's try 67 plus 21. Okay, I'm going to do this one quietly, and then you try to work through it. Okay, so here's what you should have gotten for number 5. 60 plus 7. And this one is 20 plus 1. And you added these for 80 plus those 8. So when you add 80 plus 8, it equals 88. Okay? I'm going to have you pause the video, and I want you to do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 by yourself. Then I'm going to show you what you should have for your answers. Okay, go ahead and pause. All right, here's what you should have had for 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and you can pause the video and just make sure your answers and work are correct. Okay. And once you're finished correcting, you can go to the next page for your practice, your 3.3 for homework. But pause the video, make sure that this is all correct. All right, good job.